Topo.
They haven't found me yet. I came across this here. It's a some type of tree, and it has these gigantic mojo pods, seed pods. There you go, look at that sucker. What is that? It's a long skinny, almost looks like a long skinny pepper. What's up with all these choppers, man?
Adam 1035 Mary.
Emergency shows up with 925 Adam. Halldale Road.
4 to 4 as well. You can look like a dollar bill.
That doesn't sound like a normal. It is? That's a, no, that's a chopper. Is that a news chopper? We're not that far from the York Hospital right now, so my guess is that all these choppers going over here are medical flights heading out to the hospital.
25 Adam, Halldale Road Script.
This looks like Japanese knotweed. Maybe this is a little caterpillar there. You see him? So this is what this leaf looks like. I don't think this is knotweed. Maybe it is knotweed. Maybe it's just an old knotweed plant that grew into a shrub. All right, let's keep heading down. The walled-in section starts right there underneath that bridge. Well, here's something. Let's see what this sucker is. Looks like the top of a cookie tin. Currier and Ives style. Okay, we made it to the, oh my God, we made it to the bridge. We got some profuse soda straw action going on here. Look at this, wow. I just touched one and it literally just evaporated. Man, that's a pretty thick coating of calcite there. A little bird's nest. All right, let's continue on to the main event. All right, so here we are. We're under the bridge. This is kind of a new bridge, but this is where it starts. The walled-in section of Tyler Run. See right there, you can walk up there. And York College is back that way. So this old building here is, I guess, Schmidt and Alt Paper Company, a division of St. Regis Paper Company. I think that's been defunct for a while. And the building over here that also has a Schmidt and Alt Paper Company stone engraving a topper on the top of its building. So that and this used to be all part of the same thing. I don't know anything about this company other than I guess they made paper. There's some kind of stone plaque up in there. I don't know what that is. I don't have my SLR, so I can't zoom in on that effectively. I don't know how long this has been here. It kind of looks like there were two phases of construction, the lower half and then the upper half, and then and at some point they topped it with a concrete topper there. This side, I don't know about this side. This stonework here looks a lot like the upper stonework there, so I'm thinking that possibly this bridge is relatively new, and possibly this was the first thing and it was only that for a while, and then they put this up. One of the cool things about this walled-in creek is that they have these cool catwalk bridges over here. They used to be, I guess, associated with the paper company. I think there's one, two or three. It also looks like originally this was floored. The whole thing maybe was floored, or at least a portion of it was covered, had a concrete floor. I don't know why that is. Probably helps with erosion and whatnot, but as you can see, this thing is slumped, and I don't know if it continued the whole way over. Whatever it is, it's been subjected to a lot of flooding and whatnot. These things are all matted down, probably during Hurricane Ida. I would imagine the water, well, the water was definitely at least up to here. So this thing really must be powerful raging down there. Plus also the Codorus Creek is right down here at the end of this episode. We're gonna pop out on the Codorus Creek and check out the new flood wall that's being built by York College. So I imagine if the creek gets high enough, it probably back floods right up in here. Let's go down here. These tracks here. Track, is anybody out there who knows what this is? Is that a dog? I don't think it's a dog. It could be a raccoon, but I don't know. I don't know if there's beavers or otters on Codorus Creek at this point. We are in town. We are kind of in the city of York, so I don't know if animals like that live here. They might. There's lots of birds, big wading birds here, egrets and blue herons, and they seem to do just fine. I don't know what that was. Here, let's cross over here. I wonder what lives up in there. Looks like there's a big gap there. You see that? Where the pipe has been corroded out. So I bet you water gets down in there. These are just drainage pipes. But if the water is getting down in there, there might actually be an eroded passage or gap somewhere behind this wall and the fill. And if it could, if that could run the whole way down to the creek, you might actually have a kind of a eroded passage, secret passage behind this wall. Let's check this one out. Ugh. Yeah, see there you can kind of see the stonework and the fill. That's kind of creepy though. There goes another chopper. All right, here's the catwalk. Now here, I've been seeing there's something here. Starts right there and goes to right there. It's some kind of break wall, or I don't know, and it looks like it continues over there. So there used to be something right here. Maybe this wall stood high, but that looks pretty old. And then right here, you can see there's a big aggregate tongue that comes down here and goes that way. There's some metal stuff there. And you can see it's there. I don't know what that was. There was some kind of something here that might actually be, it might be for there might be a sewer pipe running under here. That's where we're going. Now I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it the whole way to the Codorus Creek, because I have been up to the mouth here where Tyler Run spits out into the Codorus Creek last summer, I think, or last winter, and I tried to get upstream a little bit, but I pretty quickly hit water that was too deep for my boots. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the whole way. Hopefully, maybe things have shifted around enough that we can do that. But let's get by this first little corner here and see what we can see. I'm hoping, I want to be able to make it the whole way, because I think that would be interesting. And see, there's that construction there. Now, is that a pipe? What is that? Why is that there? Or is that an old wall? Did this used to be more narrow? And this is this is the biggest main straight chunk right here. And you can see the second catwalk bridge just down there. So now we're gonna hike down to the next turn, see if we can get eye on that little catwalk bridge over there. And there's something going on right there. There used to be, I don't know, I'm thinking there might have been a railroad bridge right there. Let's go check it out. I'm just seeing around the corner there. There's the second catwalk. It looks like there's actually 3. And there's some kind of water break, little riffles right here. This is really the longest straight section that comes down. There you can see the Schmidt and Alt, the old Schmidt and Alt building that is now part of the York College. And there used to be something here. I'm going to carefully go back across here. The birds are out. And there's something there. There's 2 big I-beams right there, filled with concrete. And they used to meet there. So I don't know what that is. Oh, look at that. Huh. Now that's kind of cool. You see that right there? That's a wooden plug going into the wall there. Now how old do you think that is? That's a pretty interesting feature. Now that chain, this chain here, I don't know how long they've been making that kind of chain, but a wooden plug, I mean, a wooden plug into a metal pipe? I guess that, you know, a wooden plug can be, you know, relatively new, but it just seems like, to me, the wooden plug seems like an older feature. Maybe they reattached that chain. So there's another one. So there's another pipe there, but that has no plug. And then there's ones over there at the same height. So 1, 2, you gotta wonder how old those are. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to continue on right around the bend. We're gonna pop out on the Cadorus Creek. If you're having a good time so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell for notifications. ToPo_Ranger. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I guarantee you'll love it all. All right, we got something here. That looks pretty old. Although, I mean, I don't know. It's got some maker's mark on the bottom. AZE. AZE? Oh, we'll keep it. Oh. This is pretty slippery here. This might have been where I got turned around last time when it goes deep. It's definitely over my boots right there, so I don't want to fall in there. Oh, geez. Yeah, goodbye. I can grab right here. Make sure this rock is not going to fall out. Okay. I can swing around like that. Right there, it's too deep. Yeah, that's all too deep right there. Yeah, see that? That's what I'm trying to avoid. I got a nice crack here though, so I think I could probably manage. If I get another 20 feet, I think I got it. Put that right there. Oh, here we go. Hopefully there's no little critters up there now. Nibble on my fingers. Right? Over there it's shallow. I might even just get too deep for my boots. Alright, let's see here. On this ledge, let's see how that tree's pretty strong. Oop, still too deep. gotta get that. I gotta get that crap. Otherwise, I ain't gonna make it. You guys see that? Two huge birds flew by. I think I got it. Still pretty deep. I lost my crack. Oh, got a little water in my boot. Woohoo!
You want to deal with the plate call?
Negative.
7 Edward Victor King 854.
77 Edward Victor King 854.
Well, we made it. Safe and sound. It was a little sketchy there for about 10-20 feet. I thought I might get my feet wet, which I don't mind if I know I'm gonna get my feet wet, but if I'm going into something and I'm thinking my feet aren't gonna get wet, I don't like to get my feet wet. I have nothing against water. In fact, I love water. Right there, there we go. And here we are, we made it right here, boom. That's the creek. This is the second bridge. It's not really catwalk. This one actually might still be functional. That point where I had to start kind of clinging to the wall, that was the point at which I had to turn around last time I was here. And I do remember they got some cool little flowstone action going on there. Yeah, see that bridge is fenced off. And here's another one. Fence ends there. I think maybe that property over there is not the college's. So let's go here. Now there's a big drain right there. A lot of drain holes, but I guess you need that. So here we are. Big spillway here, boom, right into the Cadorus. Now this thing is probably slippery. It is aggregate, but it's got a nice mossy coat. Whoa! Oh, what the hell? Did you see that? Is that a bald eagle? That might have been a bald eagle. I just saw something dive bombing. Big bird dive bombing. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was a bald eagle, or maybe a vulture. There it is, right there. You see it? That's a bald eagle. I think it got a fish. Hold on. Yeah, there it is, right there. Maybe it's, here, let's zoom in. All right, I'm zoomed in. Let's go down here. See if we can't get a better shot of that sucker. There he is, right there. Here he comes, here he comes. Here he comes. Come on, let's see what you, oh, there he is, you see him? What is that? What is that? That's not a vulture. I don't think that's a vulture. Is that I don't know. His head didn't look that white. It definitely wasn't an egret. Didn't have the right kind of neck. Bald eagles do fly up and down here. Now he's down by the crematorium. There's a creamery now. There's a cremation site right there because the hospital's right here. And he's way down there now. I saw him, he was right here. He said, boom! And went, I think he had something in his mouth. All right, so here we are. Tyler Run comes down this little sloping spillway right into the Cadorus Creek. Now, as you can see, there's a big crack. There's the final bridge. There used to be a concrete wall here that was not really old. This is that original old brickwork. And here you have the flood bank of the Cadorus. And they used to, yeah, it used to be a big brick wall. And what happened was, I think the school, your college, bought the property. And they came in there with a big crew. I posted a few pictures, I think, on a ToPo_Ranger of that stuff. And what they did is they ripped down the old flood wall, and they ripped down a portion of this old wall, but not much. You can see right here, you can see this is the old fill here, but just on the other side of there was the old concrete flood wall. And now that is the new, shiny new, brand new, nice, that's a nice flood wall. Look at that sucker. But they had big, they had, see that John Deere thing? And there's the, that's the paper building. That's the building that they're gonna, I'm assuming they're gonna renovate and do something with. But they came in here with two, they had two big earth movers, and they just dug up the creek bed. I mean, it was really cool. If you're into construction and stuff like that, it was really cool to watch. I have some pictures. I stood on that bridge right there with my SLR. I zoomed in and I took a bunch of pictures. So I do have pictures of that, which I will include right now as I'm talking, of those big construction machines, just like that one, John Deere. There's two of them right here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I gotta be careful here. Yeah. And what they did was they dug out the creek from here, right here with the confluence, the whole way to that bridge. And then they put in this plastic reservoir or pond. It's called a retention pond, so that all that crap didn't get washed down, I guess. But I mean, it's the Cadorus Creek. It's dirty. It's the inky stinky. So we made it, guys. As always, loved having you along. I hope you had a good time. Not really a beautiful spot, but it's an interesting spot. I've wanted to come down this walled-in creek, Tyler Run here in York for a long, long time. And I thought it was pretty cool. Those old wooden plugs, I don't know how old they are, but I thought they were pretty interesting. And here we are. And we might have even seen a bald eagle, although I'm not sure. I'm gonna look at the footage and we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna see. It could have been a vulture, but it didn't look like a vulture to me, but I don't know, I couldn't see. It was pretty far away. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Follow me, ToPo_Ranger on Instagram. And I'm also on Facebook. So go hit me up there too as well. All right, hopefully it doesn't rain, right? All right, until next time, this is Brett, signing out.